Greetings, Warlords. Welcome back to Warhammer 40,000 Conquest, a card game played on radio.net. This is the first game that I've played in the Warhammer 40,000 Summer Online Tournament that I'm organising. So I thought it'd be a good idea to upload these games, as I haven't really uploaded anything in a while. So before I actually get into the game, why haven't I uploaded anything in a while? It's because I've just been busy doing a lot of things. I've been training in neural network to play the game, which I'm going to be doing for my master's thesis, so that's fun. What else is there? There's there's a context menu where you can right-click cards when you get like prompts for what you can do with them, like add damage and things. That helps fix any problems you might have. And probably other things. Some other guy called Carl Wright is helping out with quite a lot of website parts, like when you hover over a card now, it'll show the card next to your cursor. That was a change made by him. You can rearrange the cards in your hand by dragging them around like this, but it's not going to let me do that right now, and I shouldn't anyway, since this is a replay, so I need to not do that or it will bug out the replay. There's probably more things. There's just been quite a lot of stuff going on in general, but it's fine. It is what it is. May as well get something up at least. And the website, not the website, the tournament is a good excuse for me to actually sit down and find some time to record games. So that's weird. What else? Yeah, that's kind of it really. It's just me building AIs. Well, I don't have anything else to yap about, so let's get into the game. So I've got my opponent has the initiative. He's playing Captain Cato Sicarius and Traxxas Sector because the tournament is only played with Traxxas Sector and the FFG cards with no bounds or errata. So now let's look at the plan. Well, I guess let's talk about me first. I've got Zarathur High Sorcerer from Chaos. Zarathur High Sorcerer is my personal favourite. Probably personal favourite anyway, maybe I like Gorzod a little better, but I do quite like Zarathur and all his spell-slinging shenanigans. Then we have the planets. We have Planum, Atrox, Viren, Barnus, Carnif. So what's interesting about this arrangement is that the earliest win condition is on planet 5, which is a very good layout for me because Zarathur likes to take a long time to get his Tzeentch Firestorms and his Zarathur Flame Infernal Gateway combos up. And it lets me buy some Helldrakes, which my opponent is going to have a more difficult time dealing with. Well, later on anyway. Early on, he can just play Sicarius as Chosen or a few of Sicarius that will kill a Helldrake. For the first matchup, Toronto is up against Predator. I am Predator OI, also known as Bill Harley. I've played him a few times before. I mean, actually, a few is a slight understatement. I've played him quite a lot of times before. So I'm quite familiar with his playstyle. Not surprising to me if he's playing Space Marines. He seems to be his favourite faction. Matchup wise, I'm pretty happy with our Captain Cato matchup. While I do have more small units than usual, so he's going to be able to use Captain Cato's ability more often. He's going to find it more difficult to actually use his Sicarius Chosens He's going to find it more difficult to use his Sicarius Chosens on meaningful targets, as I just don't have that many elites. That being said, I'm also not running Backlash in this deck because there's only 5 elites in here, I think, and one of them is Gleeful Plague Beast, whose value mainly comes from just being Gleeful Plague Beast and dealing 1 air effect damage to the enemy unit at the start of combat phase. Also, I like this matchup for Zarathur because you have Archon's Terror and Tzeentch's Firestorm, which are really good at dealing with those drop pod assaults before they come out, and he can't Indomitable them. Right, okay, I think that's it. Let's get on with this. So, that's not how you spell that. So, opponent mulligans their hand. Good sign for me. Should I mulligan my hand? I've only actually got 4 resources of things that I can spend in my hand, so I think I mulligan this. I don't actually remember those. Let's see. Yes, I do mulligan it. Into an arguably worse hand. Now we have 5 resources and also Coins of Glory that we can spend our money on. A promotion that we can't play. Shrine of Warp Flame is there, which is going to be good, but currently the only Zinch card I have is a Warp Rift, so it's just going to be recurring a 2 shield card for now, which is actually quite good. Shouldn't say that it's not good, because that is good. The Gleeful Plague Beast, which is just going to have to go onto Planum, and we'll hope he maybe puts a bunch of dudes there, or I can just win Planum uncontested. Right. There's not really too much to talk about around my hand, though, aside from that. I guess you could talk about, do you want to play Promise of Glory into Gleeful Plague Beast, or do you want to just play a raw Gleeful Plague Beast? And I would say it's better to play a Promise of Glory, but we're gonna see. It's a deploy story. Void Pirate on Barlas. Probably a little bold putting a Void Pirate on Barlas specifically. It's probably a bit better to put on Farin. That way you're getting either one card and 2 resources. And then when you put something else on Barlas, you'll get 2 cards. Because right now there's just an extremely good Zarathur commit target. But it might be fine. I'm gonna see. Play my support. Probably I shouldn't be playing with Shrine of Warp Flame immediately because he might have Imperial Fist Devastatus, which would destroy it. So not the greatest opening there. I should be playing Promise of Glory first, I think. Admittedly, I'm poor for deploy stalls in this hand, so maybe I'm just going to play with Shrine of Warp Flame anyway, and it might get blown up, so yeah. Doesn't destroy it, plays a 10th Company Scout. Probably, yeah, these should be on the other 2 planets. It's not like a big deal, but it's very tempting for me to nab a 5-card swing by just sending my ward to Barlas. Do play a Promise of Glory, makes sense. Plays an Eagle recruit Carnif, so that signifies he's actually out of command units, and he's going to play a promotion on the Eagle recruit. So what's a little interesting about that is I would expect him to play a 4-cost unit or a 3-cost unit to plan him now if he had one, but he hasn't, so that makes me think that he doesn't have any of those, so he might just have a full hand of drop pods and indomitables, which could be pretty bad for me, as I don't have any of my Zinch's Firestorms or Archon's Terrors yet. Play with Gleeful Plague Beast. Scares is chosen, moves it over, that makes sense. So he did have another 3-cost unit, it's just it was waiting for me to play my Elite before I did anything else. So I can't really do anything here. Do I want to play promotion? Yes, I am going to play promotion. And he promotes the Igrigu to Carnif. I could actually commit my ward to Carnif now, so I'm not sure how good of an idea it is to be securing all 3 of these plants, because it's going to be very hard for his ward to tell where I'm going to go. Granted, if he's sending his ward to 1, then yeah, the problem is that Planum is just not that valuable for first planet because it's going to take at least 5 rounds before you can actually win the game. So securing command is much more important here. I pass. He passes. He's committed his Warlord. Where would I be committing? I think I just commit to Barlas. Because there's other ones. Because I think I'm just a bit behind right now, so I need to... I would like to go to Carnif, trigger Atrox, and then hit his 10th Company Scout, but chances are he's going to draw at least 1 shield card from gaining 3 cards off of Barlas, so I think I have to go to Barlas. Just as a much better command game than me here. Okay, he does go to Planum, so he's going to save the Void Pirate most likely, but not great. What we want to see. I've got my Sowing Chaos, so he only has 1 unit that I can blow up with Sowing Chaos right now, and there's only actually 2 blue plants at the moment, so it's not the best Sowing Chaos in the world. but it's okay. Lethal Fires doesn't really do anything. Let's use Planum. He moves a Void Cloud. I get to use Barless, that's going to get any actions, and he doesn't, so I trigger. Morkai Wound Priest, not a good unit. Would be nice to hit something better. Next round, so there's another blue planet, but it's Ivan, so I can't imagine he's going to put many command units there. So now we have to decide when do we want to play this Sowing Chaos. Because we probably want to play it. We probably want to put Zarathur's Flames on Carnif, maybe. Well, we want to play this Heretic event, and the Heretic event is going to get moved over to Ivan. So if that's the case, then we need to play the Sowing Chaos before we play the Heretic Inventor. With the other ones, we've got Chaos Fanatics and Zarathur's Flamers. Zarathur's Flamers can probably go to Ballas quite safely. If his Warlock goes there, well, actually, maybe we send the Zarathur's Flamers to Ballas, and then we also commit the war to Ballas? Just to make absolutely sure. Well, it might depend on whether or not he sends any more units to Atrox, because if he does send more units to Atrox, we're going to want Zarathur over there for winning reasons, for the damage, to increase the damage of Lethal Plague Beast teams. And Chaos Fanatics can pretty safely go to Farron just to tie command there. It's not, you'd rather win command, but we don't have enough command units at the moment to actually get into winning. And we have enough money. We have a lot of money and no cards. Well, we have a lot of cards, but we have very cheap cards. So we need to find some Helldrakes and stuff. So we want to be digging our deck for at least a good while. To either find a Helldrake or a Tzeentch's Firestorm would be really good here because I can Tzeentch, kill a unit, Shrine of Warplane, bring Tzeentch back, kill another unit if I want to, or just save it for next round. So what am I going to do here? I think I'm going to play Chaos Fanatics to Farron because that's the least committal option. Yes. Plays a White Scars Bikers to Atrox. So now I think our world has to go to Atrox Prime. So that's fine because Gleeful Plague Beast is going to deal with Sicarius Chosen and White. Well, not deal with the White Scars, but it's going to do enough damage where I can clean it up with basically anything. So that changes things now, I think. I think we could play Sowing Chaos now, but we may as well stall out a bit longer because I don't think Zarathur's Flamers are going to be needed at Atrox Prime. We can just put them on Barless for command reasons. It does mean D might send the Heretic to Barless after we play it then, but that's okay because that's discouraging his Warlock from going to Barless. So that's helping secure 2 cards. So I think that's fine. I think we play with Zarathur's Flamers here. Yeah. Sicarius is chosen on a Barless. So he's going to move the Chaos Fanatics over, I guess. Let's see. Yes. So I don't know how good of an idea it is. So he's going to pick up the 1 card and 2 resources from Farron, so that's good. On the other hand, now it's... maybe he sends his ward to Barnes and then... It could be good. Maybe it's right. I think if you send your ward to Barnes, it's fine. I still don't like it too much. Oh, is it? It's going to be... He's going to attack. I'm probably going to shield with Warbrift, then I'm going to attack for 2. Maybe into the Warlords. You could actually start going for Warlord here, because with Infernal Gate, where you're threatening Noise Marine Zealots or Alpha Legion Infiltrators, which can attack for 4. Yeah, maybe you don't send your one there. It's a difficult one here, because he needs cards. Well, maybe he doesn't need cards. I actually don't know what's in his hand, so... But I definitely need cards, so he doesn't know that, because he's probably assuming that I have, a Black Legion Helldrake in my hand, and he's just, playing like that, maybe. I mean, it's, yeah, it's not easy. Regardless, I think I'm just going to be playing Stone Chaos after this. Yep, played Stone Chaos. Shrine of Warplane. Well, I don't have any. I don't have any of those, so that's not gonna do anything. Okay, plays another Sicarius chosen. Is that going to move to Chaos Fanatics? Yes. So, admittedly, that's not a great hand. You want to. I guess he definitely was waiting for me to play a Language Neurodic so he could move it over, but I've unfortunately for him I've just played a bunch of command units. It isn't great because Zarathur, I definitely have at least some spells in my hand, some shields. Question now is what do we bin as a shield? I would probably go with Infernal Gateway. It is. We don't have a target for it right now. I've already got one Zarathur's Flames out, so we'd have to draw another one. Heretic Inventor doesn't work because it's forced reaction to move it to a planet, so I think Infernal Gateway is the worst one here. Maybe we bin Gut and Pillager because we have enough yeah, you could bin Gut and Pillager. I don't. What do I bin here? I do bin Gut and Pillager. Okay, that does make sense because we only have we only need a few resources to play most of the cards in our hand. Yeah, it's fine. Am I playing Heretic? I assume so, and he's going to move it to Carnage? No, he's going to move to Evil anyway. That makes sense, because if he's trying to win at Atrox Vent Carnage, he doesn't want to fight a Heretic. Well, an extra Heretic at Carnage Fleet Hall. There's only one resource around, it's not hardly a big command winning. Committing wars. I've sent my war to Atrox already, because I want to get a Gleeful Plague Beast variant and actually win the planet has. And aside from that, Atrix Primal Fire against Ferrin, which would do a lot of damage to his units. I think you could actually send your ward to Ferrin, because then you'll get to. First, if you. Well, assuming I win the battle at Atrox, which I don't think is particularly hard, is White Scar's Vipers will be hitting for 2. What will happen? Yes, Lethal Plague Beast will do 1, so that will. It won't kill if Chaos is chosen, but it'll put this White Scar Spike into killing range. If I go to Ferrin, then he won't have enough money for drop pod, so I think actually going to Ferrin might be the better play here. Going to Aatrox is very safe, so it's not like a bad move. Because if his Warlord goes to Aatrox, it's going to be really annoying if I don't have my Warlord there, because I definitely won't be able to kill any of his units, because he will attack for 4, I won't be able to block that. I could block it, but have to bin 1 for the Lethal Plague Beast self-damage, and then bin a 2 shield card. It's just very expensive. So yeah, I think going to Aatrox here is right. I think if you want to be bolder, you can go to Ferrin, and that's also fine. You could also go to Barnes if you're feeling really cheeky, but I'm not feeling that cheeky. That seems like a bad idea. Because if he routes to Ferrin, if he goes to Ferrin and routes me, then it's going to be pretty bad for me. So I won't be able to win the battle with Barnes. Might get one of my Archos Towers is going to. Granted, I don't have a target from Infernal Gateways. Maybe you go to Barnes, try to find Zarathur's Flameless or something. Regardless, I think I'm just going to go to Atrox because if his wall goes to Atrox, it's really bad for me, and that's it. And I'm going to get a good Atrox fire anyway. So where does he go? He went to Ferrin. I think yeah, this is probably the game-losing move because I'm going to deal with all of his units. Say he's not going to win. He's going to win 1 command struggle, but he's not going to win the rest of them. I'm going to win 2 cards, 2 resources, and I'm going to start slowly pulling ahead here. Well, not slowly actually. It's going to be quite fast, but it's going to feel slow because the earliest win condition is at 5. Well, actually, the earliest win condition is going to be at 6 now because once I win this fight, we'll have to go, yeah, to at least email. Yeah, if I sent my ward to Ferrin, yes, this would be definitely the right move, I think. Because that would kick me off Ferrin, route Chaos Fanatics. And he probably wins the battle at Aatrox because he'll have 2 resources. I assume that's a drop pod. That's a suspiciously drop pod mounting value. Well, let's see what do I get? I get my free shield card. Very nice. And a huge Promethean Mine. It's a little late, but it's never too late for Promethean Mine, as I always say. So that will allow me to. Well, if I find a Zinch's Bias Dome, it might be good eventually. But Let's not think too hard about that until we actually play with Promethean Mine. Gleeful Plague Beast. Damage. He actually shields as the character's chosen with a promotion. That's definitely a mistake because the promotions are really important here because we're going to be having a very long game because it's, again, no one can win for a long time. So every promotion, every command icon counts. That is 2 command icons he's just throwing away. Especially because here he's probably not going to get to kill my own units. There's nothing there. I can attack. Yay. He's got Indomitable. Very nice. Here was my unit. There was no saving it. I suppose I could have actually played a free shield card to save it, but I don't think I'm going to head over to Ferrin for the next planet, so... Or his units are going to die. Yeah, I don't think there's any good targets left for Gleeful Plague Beast anymore. It's done its job. It's killed a bunch of his units. Well, he's gotten very close to death. Shrine of Warflame, I still don't have a target. And EOG, so I'm still not going to have a target for Shrine of Warflame. I guess I could blow up Zarathur's Flamers for 2 damage to his Sicarius chosen, but then I'm going to have to buy the Zarathur's Flamers again. Granted, with a Promethean Mine, it's going to be way easier, but maybe I'm going to draw Black Legion Helldrake or something in the next hand. Maybe I'm just going to draw a good card in the next hand, who knows. Yeah. And I think I want to keep Zarathur's Flames anyway because he might use Ferrin to route it, and that would be good for me because I can still use the ability even once exhausted, and it means he's not routing the Chaos Fanatics card. Matrix fires. Kills all his guys. I can try to Warflame again, but I can't. So. Ferrin, I've got nothing, of course. He can route someone. He routes Chaos Fanatics someone. That's the right move, I think. Would have liked it if he'd routed the Barless one, but it's okay. Okay, I've drawn another Void. Well, actually, it's my first Void card. I've been a little bad at drawing my command units this time. Drawn another Garden Pillage, but no money. Or nothing to put my money into. Where's the Yumgar factor when you need it? What's he doing? He's got the initiative, so let's see what he does before we actually start considering anything. He's played as Talisarian Tempest Blade, so that's very annoying, because he can kill my Heretic Inventor very easily. He can kill Zarathur's Flamers. Well, I can blow him up before he can kill them, but it's still easy for him to kill them. So I really need to find some high health units now, like anything really. So what do we do? Well, we play with Promethean Mine, obviously. It's a deploy still. Look at that, amazing. It's going to generate me same amount of money as Garden Pillage, so it's going to take 4 times as long. But I haven't played any Garden Pillages yet, so clearly it's got some element. Well, actually, okay, I just won a battle graphic, so I would have played a Garden Pillage. It's about the threat of the Promethean Mine. Because now he feels like he needs to play the game faster, or win the game faster in order to prevent getting value out of the Promethean Mine. But it's a psychological effect, which you just don't get. You just don't get that out of Garden Pillage. Anyway. Plays a Rogue Trader Colossus. I can see that he has no cards, so maybe I should be actually putting a Void Power Ossus. No, maybe I shouldn't be putting in a Void Power Ossus. Maybe I put a Void Power Carnif. I think I put the Void Power Carnif. Maybe I actually put the Void Power at Ferrin, and then if he goes to Ferrin, it's like a complete waste of time on his part. Lazy. I should have put on Ferrin, I think. He passed. I passed as well because I've got just nothing to do here. I'm going to Barlas. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Where's he gonna go? Either he's gonna go to Barlas because it's Barlas, he needs card draw, or he's gonna go to Ferrin because he wins the planet, I guess, and he would rout my guys. It's not too much variant. Well, actually, if he goes to Fair and I go to Balance, then he can rout my Zarathur's Flamers, but I'm still gonna pretty easily win the battle at Balance, so it's not like a... It's not great variant. Maybe he goes to Carnif, because I would probably go to Carnif here, because I'd split the command struggle, so he'd deny him one card and myself get one resource. I'd also get to use Gut and Pillage, actually. Maybe if I was doing this again, I'd go to Carnif, but I think at the time I sort of suspected he has Primal Howl just in his deck. So if this card isn't a drop pod, because it would have played it in... Actually, did he have 0 resources early? I haven't been paying too much attention, I'll be honest. It's been a lot going on. So maybe I had an idea at this point that the card we must have is a Primal Howl, because we haven't committed our wards to the same planet each time here, and he committed his ward to Ferrin, where it did look a whole lot like I was going to commit to Ferrin at one point. So yeah, I guess I was thinking this was a Primal House went to Ballas because he's more likely to go to Liferin or Carnif than Ballas specifically. Because yeah, I mean most cases here I should be going to Carnif. Yeah, I think that's why I'm going to. He thinks I'm going to. I think he's going to go to Carnif, so I went to Ballas. Yeah. If he does have Primal Hound, yeah, I would go to Carnif here, even though it's very risky. I think you do need to take some gambles here. Actually, I guess you would go to Ballas anyway, because you would get either 2 cards from the command struggle, or you'd get to use Primal Howl and get 3 cards that way. And no, it's very hard. It's not an easy situation. He did go to Faerun in the end, so it's going to get to route Zarathur's Flamers, probably kill his Chaos Fanatics. And I've drawn my Zinch's Firestorm. I think I've now won the game because I've drawn that, because I have so much money. My Promethean Mine is going to allow me to allow me to play my Zinch's Firestorm more often. He routes me. Yep, Zarathur's Flamers. Range, no range, swing. A shield, because I'm going to, I guess, use Zinch's Firestorm to kill. I guess I'm just shielding for the 2 command icons rather. Bars get to kill something. That's not a Primal Howl, that's a Librarian, so I guess he still has a Primal Howl in his hand. Here I think I need to be using my Zinch's Firestorm on the Rogue Trader. Yeah, I'm gonna spend 1 resource on it. So here Ivory uses Primal Howl. I assume it's a Primal Howl, I still don't actually know if it is, but he's playing like it is. Use Primal Howl, get to keep the Rogue Trader, who isn't really doing anything that's preventing me from getting 1 card. It's not like a great Rogue Trader. Maybe I should have spent more on that, but I think if it goes down to 0 cards, it's so strong for me that I don't really mind if I don't get to use my Shrine of Warplane this round. He doesn't shield it anyway, so I use Shrine of Warplane to bring it back. I could use it again now, but I don't. What would I be using it on? Because we're killing Sicarius Chosen, but I can just kill it next round, it's not really a problem. Me for mine, I get $1, so it's already not paid for itself because it costed a card in order to actually put the card into play. But next round it will have paid for itself, and it's going to allow me to play my Zinch's Firestorm for 1 more resource. My 11 resources. Big numbers here. So I've drawn 2 Rotten Playgrounds, which is an amazing draw because they can hit Captain Cato before he can kill them. So that means that I can actually start pressuring a Bloody on his ward if he goes to the wrong blast at the wrong time. What am I playing here? I was clicking buttons apparently, and none of them were the right buttons. So I'm playing a Rotten Playgrounds. Why am I playing this? Probably to Carnif. Probably to Carnif to either get damage on Sicarius Chosen or to just be annoying to Captain Cato, I guess. I think we're going to put 2 Rotten Playgrounds on Carnif. Going to just ping it gradually. If he sends his ward to Carnif, that's completely fine because we can He's only going to get one card out of it. We don't even have to ping his ward. We could ping the other things, but then we're not taking advantage of a Gleeful Plague Beast if we happen to draw it. So I don't think we'd put. I don't think we're going to put Rotten. We're going to have a Rotten Plague Bears ping these. And also his ward is just a giant threat at the moment for attack 3 and Downbane, because I've got so many shield cards, and if he has Downbane, I can't use him. So yeah, it looks like he's playing my Rotten Plague Bears 2 card. Yep. So what's he going to do here? I would suspect he was going to put his units at Varus to try to win command there, rather than actually winning the battle there, because right now these 2 cards, they're the last. Like, well, there's 1 card here, but they're basically the last bastion of cards that are left in the game. So my Shrine of Warplane is really being useful here. It's generating me my good cards. Let's bring them back anyway. Granted, my good cards right now are actually just Zinch's Firestorm, but it's more about the idea. I can just keep Zinch's Firestorming his units as he plays them, even if you drop one something. Morkai Rune Priest. It's a bad unit, but I guess if I do actually get to retreat, he'll get to kill my unit. Tide Commander Karloff. Light Scars, Bikers, and Bars. So I'm gonna have to deal with that, I guess. It's not like hardly a big threat, but it's still there, so I have to respect it. Play a Mark of Chaos on my Zarathur's Flamers. So I guess that's to mask whether I'm going to go to Carnif and blow myself up there, or if I'm going to go to Barlas and blow myself up there. Actually, that's another reason why we don't want to kill these with our 1 damage Rotten Plague Bears, because we have Mark of Chaos. Warlord committing. I'm definitely going to Barlas. I need to secure those 2 cards more than anything else right now. He goes to Ivan. So he's going to kill the Heretic. That's perfectly fine. I guess he's setting up a Vis planet because it's going to be my victory condition planet, so it doesn't make sense. If I win a Carnif anyway. I don't like it too much. You're missing that 1 card from Carnif. This is not a good commit, I don't think. I don't think there's any world here where I'm going to send my world to Ivan, so even if you're trying to get Primal Hell, this is definitely not the planet to go to, since I just have so much money. Either Carnif or Barlas would work, and Barlas, I think the problem with Barlas is that you don't have initiative, so... Well, you don't have initiative, and I have this extremely threatening Zarathur's Flamers at Barlas with a Mark of Chaos, so I don't think you can afford to go to Barlas. I mean, it's not like the worst commit in the world, but I think if you're going to go to Ivan, you may as well just double down and go to Orsus to get more cards. To get more resources, sorry, and also deny me a card. Hey, or just deny me $1. And killing a Heretic, which is... The Heretic, I mean, it's fine, it's not like a big deal, but the way I'm going to win this game is by playing Shrine of Warflame, Zinch's Firestorm over and over again until all of his units die. Regardless, let's see, there's a Black Legion Heretics. So now I think I've won the game. Maybe he has a Fury of Sicarius or another Sicarius is chosen, which can deal with it, but it's like if he does have those, then he doesn't have another more threatening card, so I don't really care. We're taking action. I'm using my Zarathur's Flamers, apparently. Why? Why aren't I using Zinch's Firestorm? Oh, because I've drawn a Black Legion Helldrake. I guess now I want to actually... Because if I do still think he has a Primal Hell, so if I could spend 4 resources on Zinch's Firestorm. I guess I think I could spend 4 resources. Well, I don't even need to spend 4 resources on Zinch's Firestorm. I could just attack with Chaos Fanatics to do 2, and then Zinch's Fire. Okay, this is a mistake. This is a bad move by me here, but it's whatever. At this point, I think I'm so far ahead that it's not going to matter. Mark of Chaos does 2, and then Zarathur's Flamers does 3. Shrine of Warflame puts Zarathur's Flamers back into my hand. I guess use Barlas to discard a card. It was Indomitable on King when it wasn't a button hand. So yeah, I should have just attacked for Chaos Fanatics for 2 and then Zinch's Firestormed for 2 resources to do 3 damage, and that would have killed it. So I think smarter idea there, but whatever, it's fine. I should talk about here and just sort of whacks me. I get to pummel his units a bit with Rotten Plague Bears. And next round, yeah. Grief for mine, it's paying off for getting another 1 resource. Yeah, you see, I should have not used the Mark of Chaos as our first Flameless combo because I would have got 1 resource from Promethean Mine, which is a big number. That would let me play an extra Rogue Trader or something. Oh, actually, maybe I was using Mark of Chaos. Maybe I was using the Zarathur's Flamers because I didn't have an Infernal Gateway target, so I wanted to put. And because I have 2 of them, I want to put Zarathur's Flamers back to me. Yeah, I guess that awesome. Yeah. Oh boy, Conquest sure is complicated. There sure is a lot to think about in this game. Well, not in this game particularly. Actually, I have an overwhelming advantage at this point, so I'm going to step through it a bit. But he has 2 cards. There's not really anything he can do. Blade Veterans, I can Archon's Terror that. Chaos Fanatics, it's probably a bad move, but doesn't really matter. Okay, he passed. Am I putting my Black Future Helldrake at Evan? Yes, I am. That's funny. Normally get the Black Fusion Helldrake from Evan, but this time Evan is going to Hell. No, whatever. The Helldrake is going to Evan. Zarathur's Flame is Carnif fighting. Yes. And I'm going to send my Warlord to Carnif, not because I need to my Warlord there to win the battle, but because it has 1 card on the command structure, and I want it. Rogue Trader, sure. Then Ward there. Yeah, his Ward's also there. He has the initiative, which is annoying, but it's fine because Rotten Plague Bear is going to do so much damage to his Ward. And he has no idea that I have no mercy in my hand. And I'm being an annoying git. Ping his Ward from 1 damage to 5 damage. Is he going to retreat? No, he's going to kill my Zarathur's Flamers, I assume. That's good for me because now I can whack him. Oh, so he did play Primal Hell. I completely skipped over it. So he didn't have Primal Hell at the time that I was thinking he did Primal Hell, but he did have Primal Hell now. So guess it wasn't the wrong thing to play around Primal Hell because he is running it. What am I doing here? I'm playing Infernal Gateway. That's where you can guarantee that I kill the Warlord. Well, you can have Indomitable, but it's we've already seen 1 Indomitable. We've seen 2 Indomitables actually, so it's not a guarantee, but it's very, very likely. And I'm going to blow myself up now. Giant of Warflame, shall I bring myself back? Yes. I don't think I needed to do that. I think it would be better to actually not do that and play just Firestorm to kill one of his guys and then Shrine of Warflame to bring that back into my hand, but it's whatever, it's fine. I'm so far ahead. Oh, my Plague Bearers. Is he drop podding? No, he's eager recruiting. I'm not gonna kill that, even though I could. Discard to No Mercy, and he plays a Crushing Blow on me, so that's fine. I've gone down from 8 cards to 7 cards, but he's gone down from 2 cards to 1 card, so it's perfectly fine for me. He did not retreat because he has initiative, so he's going to try to kill me a bit. I should really be probably playing my another Infernal Gateway into Zarathur's Flamers here, but I guess I'm just going to Archon's Terror or anything if I get really that worried about it. And I really want to knock the last card that he has out of his hand. He attacks again. Kills the Rogue Trader. I don't think you need to kill Rogue Trader. It's gonna get me like $1. It's hardly a big deal. I get a Garden Pillage, so now my Zinch's Firestorm can be even bigger. And next round Dogs is Zinch's, probably not. Just move on more. And this is a pretty good hand. We've got Promethean Mine. Here, Promethean Mine's got me another $1. huge value. It's going to be 3 resources. Well, I paid 1 resource, 1 card for it, but it's going to be 3 resources. Now I can play really big Zinch's Firestorms, but like even bigger than they were before. And I am extremely safe here because I have Zarathur's Flames and Zarathur's Flames and Zinch's Firestorm, Zinch's Firestorm, Arachn's Tail, and then an Infernal Gate, which never Zarathur's Flames if I want to. So. Oh my god, a Veteran Brother Maxis, so I'll have to blow it up immediately. When we get to the command actions. Sleeve of Kane, that's a bit late for that. It's fair. If his water goes to Yvonne, it's going to die to my Heldrick, so he's not going to do that. And now we get to the combat, and I just blow up all his guys. That's it. What am I doing here? Zarathur's Flamers, blows up 1. Shining Warplane brings it back. Dangerous Firestorm, blows up 1 its guys. Zarathur's blows up another. Archons, win. There we go. Yeah, it was a good game there. What else was there? It was decently close, rather. So the general issue here was that I just had so much stuff by the mid-game. Well, not even stuff, but more just anti-Space Marines cards, because I had just Zinch's Firestorm that I played over and over again to kill his units. What else was there? The Archon's Terrors. Yeah, I just kept I was able to keep hanging on to these cards, and there was never a case where I needed to actually play them. He never had a big enough threat. Granted, he didn't draw any of his drop pods, but I don't know how much of a difference drop pods would have made, considering just how well positioned I am to deal with drop pod sort. So, good showing from Promethean Mind would have made a difference if he had some shield cards, because I would be able to play with Zinch's Firestorm for bigger numbers. That's kind of it, really. Yeah, it was a very intriguing game for the first few rounds, and before I started snowballing out of control. Definitely when he sent his ward to Farron, and I didn't send my ward to Farron, I sent it to whatever was Pauline. I think it was Barnes. No, it wasn't Barnes. Was that Atrox? Yeah, it was Atrox. Yeah, that was just a mistake, unfortunately. If he'd sent his ward to... If I had sent my ward to Farron, then yeah, it definitely would have been the right move. But it's just a very risky commit, but unfortunately didn't pay off for him this time. Right, I think that will do it for me then. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.